reality to face, but the truth is, half the shit that people throw in our face when we fall out with them came from us. How many times have you fell out with a person and the first thing they start doing is throwing all your secrets back in your face? Half of the shit they wouldn't even know if you didn't confide in them. Listen close when you're arguing with somebody. That'll tell you all you need to know about that person. Pay attention to how many times certain things that you shared with them come up during that argument. You see, it's not your enemies that can do the most damage. It's the people that you trust and let close to you that can often hurt you the worst. You gotta be real selective nowadays on who you choose to share personal shit with. Because everybody is not built the same, nor are they trustworthy. Some people jot that shit down in the back of their mind like it's a notebook, and they wait on the opportunity to be able to use it against you. And another thing, once a person shows you that they're that type of way, please don't forget it. That's in their character. Don't trick yourself into believing that they were just speaking out of anger and they didn't mean it like that. No. Trust and believe. If it happened once, it'll happen again.
Welcome to Let's Glow with Nene. I'm Nene. Let's get straight into this video.
Let me tell you something. Stop going around people that don't like you. Stop going around people that you don't like. Protect your peace, man. You know why you ain't happy? Because you going around people that's secretly jealous of you. They can't stand to see you with it. They can't stand to see you winning. They can't stand to see you elevating and leveling up. Some of these people you call friends and family are secretly jealous of you. They want to see your demise. They want to see you lose it all. They want to see you on the bus stop. They want to see you hungry, hurting, broke. Because see, you might just not be the friend that they want to see win. Yeah, you might not be the family member that they want to see on top, because all they can remember when you was down bottom as a had-not. See, you got to understand, I know you call these people friends and family, but stay away from people that don't like you and that you don't like, and it's going to protect your peace at all costs.
Y'all pay attention to your friends who are low-key haters. And I know I'm not the only person who have experienced this, because I've spoken to other people and I've had to create a lot of distance from people who have been decently close to me, because I just start to peep, like, you're actually a low-key hater. You know, the friends that like will put you down in front of other people? And I just started to realize, it's like, yo, like, are you in a competition with me? Like, some of your friends are low-key in competitions with you, and that's not how friendship works. Like, that's kind of whack. Like, yo, as a person, as your friend, like, I am here for everything that you want to do, everything that you want to try or do. Like, yo, listen, more for you. Like, power to you. I love to see it. But they always talk about how the bad mind are so close to you, and some people think all your haters are people outside that don't really know you. It be the people that are close to you know. And it doesn't mean that you can't be friends anymore. You just got to create distance. You got to have the proper eye to be like, certain people you don't crack to. Certain people can't have access to you in the way that they once used to, because you're actually generally not happy for me. Like, you happy sometimes, but there's other times where you're like, if I'm not better than you, then I gotta hate. And men, I do that in friendship. We don't do that in friendship. In 2023, y'all need to start peeping that and leaving those friends at a distance. It's a real thing out there. Hater friends are a real thing. And don't be a hater friend. It's giving me ick.
I like the fact that anytime me and somebody stop being friends or we just fall off, it be just that. It ain't no weird posts on social media about each other. It ain't no fighting, and we not beefing. I'm not dogging your name out to nobody. I don't even bring you up. If you come up because somebody don't know that we not friends no more, because that's how real it is. Like, if you come up, you know, you come up, but it ain't no big thing like, oh, don't be, like, no, like, we just not friends, and that's just that. Like, that whole falling out and posting somebody underwear and talking shit about their kids and their family and spreading all their fucking business that they told you in confidence as your friend, that shit's weird. And it really takes a certain level of maturity to understand that it is what it is. Like, life goes on. The world don't end because you and somebody stop being friends, and it don't have to be no weird shit behind it. We just not friends. And I love that for me. I love that for us.
Stop using the term friend so loosely. Let me explain something to you. If you consider somebody your friend, but there are certain areas of your life that you're not able to share with that person because you're not comfortable doing so, or there's certain things that you can't tell that person because you're worried about them telling this person or that person or putting your business in the street, that is not your friend. That might be your associate, but that is not your friend. Because a real friend, you would never have to question or doubt. You see, a real friend, They might tell you off, put you in your place, let you know when you're wrong about something, but you would never have to worry about a real friend taking any of your personal business and putting it out there for other people to talk about. And I know it's hard to come to the realization that some people are just not a real friend to you. But you have to understand when certain people just have character flaws and learn how to deal with them. Because if you make excuses and say, oh, well, that's just how she is. She just runs her mouth too much. Oh, I just can't share this. No, there's something wrong with you. And I'm not going to consider you my real friend because you're not a good friend. Because any real friend of mine, I trust you with my life, which means I trust you with my secrets. And if I don't have that kind of trust for you, then you're just not my real friend. We cool. I ain't got no problem with you. You might be my associate, but you're not my real friend.
Let me tell you something about me. Once I have came to you and addressed the situation multiple times, and I have not seen any change, no change in the behavior and or even an attempt from you, just a small attempt, I promise you I'm going to stop caring. But when I stop caring, I guarantee you in your eyes, I'm wrong, right? I've learned that people will treat you exactly how they feel about you. And what's crazy is that they've heard your heart. They've seen the tears. They've heard all of your pleas, and they see that you fought for them to actually see you, to actually hear you, and they see how it has affected you and your spirit, but they don't care. They don't care about you at all. But this time, it's time for you to get up out of there. Stand up on your 2 feet and let them know that you up out of the door and they ain't got no chance with you. You hear me? They ain't got.
I don't care how y'all try to slice it. The girlies with the least amount of friends are the realest ones, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, they're not just going to sit in your circle and be copycats. They're not going to follow you. They don't yes man to everything that you got to say. They're going to hold you accountable, and they're going to say, girl, you're wrong when you're wrong. Number two, they're not dealing with your buffoonery. Like, I am the type of friend that if you're in the wrong, I'm going to tell you, girl, no, you was wrong for that. I don't care in what situation. If you bring it up to me and you want my opinion, keyword, bring it up to me. I don't ask you about it. You bring it to me and you want my opinion as your friend. I'm going to tell you the truth, regardless if you like it or not. A lot of y'all need friends that's going to be honest with y'all and not sit in your face and be like, girl, yes, you was right. No. Sis, you were wrong, and I'm going to tell you you're wrong in a respectful way because you're my friend, but I'm also going to let you see both sides of the spectrum and let you decide between where you want to be and what aligns more with you. But I'm not going to sit in your face and agree with everything you got to say just because you're my friend. So I like rolling with a small group of girls and friends because if my business ever get out, I know who told my business. I know who's running it behind me, behind my back, telling something that I did not tell you. Another thing, if I tell you something, there's no reason, no reason, rhyme, or whatever for your other friend that I don't know, that's an acquaintance, should know my business. It's not their business. And that's another thing that a lot of people have going on. If I tell you something as my friend, your friend that live in Alaska shouldn't know my business. You get what I'm saying? And then next, y'all are really unsupportive, like so unsupportive. Like, it's kind of crazy. You would think the people that are in your circle that do these things with you, that, you know, hangs out with you, that, you know, cries with you, that talks to you about deep, dark stuff for real, or whatever the case is, whatever friendship means to you and however you define it. It's kind of crazy to me how they can be the most unsupportive people. And one thing that I realize is that a lot of people that know you will not support you, okay? It is strangers that will support you over the people that know you, friends, family, whatever have you, because they don't want to see you get to be the person that you're supposed to be. Number two, they can't separate the person that you're going to become in order to be the person that you are right now. So there's a lot of sacrificing that has to come with you elevating and being a different person. And sometimes you may not align with those group of people anymore, and that is okay. The main thing that I learned, especially within this year and the past 2 years, that I am outgrowing a lot of things that I used to do that I don't want to do anymore. It's just, it's old. It is so old. Also, another thing is, I am honestly there for my friends. Like, if you're going through a dark period of your life or a dark season, I'm not going to tell you, girl, you get like 2 phone calls to vent with me on the phone. No, I get it. You're having a bad day. If you got to call me every other day or whatever, or, you know, you just really want to talk to me, being a friend is someone that's going to listen to you and be there with you, okay? I'm not saying you got to call every single day because we're grown up. We all have things going on. But if you don't have nobody else to reach out to and you have nobody else to talk to about, you know, just mental health or just things in general that you feel like you just want to get off your mind because it's better out than it is in, and you don't have nobody else to trust, if you're my friend, pick up the phone and call me. You can call me. And a lot of times I realize, like, when I don't pick up the phone and call people, it's because I really don't trust you like that. I don't trust you with the information that I would want to share with someone. You're not the person that comes to my mind immediately when I go through things because you're just not really, I know you're really not my friend for real. So why would I share information with you where I already feel like you being sneaky and shiesty in the first place?
I've been friends with somebody who low-key don't like you, like, you know deep down they moving funny. I have like so many friends who've been like low-key haters, and these are the things that they typically do when they don't like you like that. I think the first one for me is always gonna be them backhanded compliment. People who are haters, they will find any way to insult you, take a jab at you, hurt your feelings, and then laugh it off like it's a joke. Like, but be for real. Like, they'll try to make you feel like you're not that girl, like you just mad basic, mad blah, and it's just like, you're supposed to be my friend, you're supposed to be gassing each other up. Why are you hating for? Like, the next time for me is when they don't invite you out to places. Like, they purposely leave you out and exclude you from like everything. They'll invite everybody out to a little social gathering, they will purposely exclude you. They make it like their life mission to exclude you from things and to make you feel left out. The third one for me is going to be something I like to call energy vampires. They will suck the living daylights out of you when it comes to asking you for help. They basically use you. They use you for everything, but when you ask them, to reciprocate, oh, they're gone. You cannot find them. They pull a Houdini. Adios. In my personal opinion, a friendship should be mutual. It shouldn't be one person just taking, and one person just giving. We should equally pour and take out of each other. Y'all make sure you're not friends with no hater. Like, that's not cute. You don't need them in your life. You're not nobody's fan. They're not a celebrity. You're not chasing up behind them. Just get rid of them and keep it pushing.
Watch out for those competition-minded women who pose as friends. You see, I can spot them a mile away, but I'm going to help you too. And here are some signs of where you can tell. They are braggadocious. You see, competition-minded women love to brag about themselves, especially in front of you. Always bragging about what they have, what they're doing, their accomplishments, who admires them, oh, the men that are trying to date them and want them, the trips they're going on, always bragging. But don't be fooled by that. You see, they do that because they actually see you as a threat. And they see you as competition. So they feel like they need to impress you, or better yet, they want you to feel like they have one up on you. You know that saying, people can have more than you and still be jealous of you. But they do this because they seek validation. A lot of them have low self-esteem deep down inside. They want attention. But what you have to understand is, when you're really that girl and you really have it going on, you don't have to brag, baby. It's shown. People can see it. It's clear. Another sign. You see, those competition-minded women who pose as friends, they think that they look better than you. Yeah, they do. And let me give you some examples. You see, let's say you guys are out and about, right? And someone approaches you all and say, "Oh, so pretty." Now, they don't directly say who they're calling pretty. They just say it, right? That competition-minded female is going to automatically think they're talking about her. "Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you." They will never assume that compliment was for you. It's always about them because they feel like they're the prettiest. Or let's say a man approaches you all, right? And that man may be interested in one of you, right? That competition-minded female is automatically going to think that man is wanting her. Every man wants her, okay? Even if the man isn't interested and they're more interested in you, she's going to automatically assume, "Oh, well, he really wanted me." Or if a man or men are looking in you guys' direction, they're going to automatically assume the men are looking at them. Oh, people are only staring at them and not you. They may even do things like, let's say you guys are looking at a certain outfit in the store. "Oh, that would look better on me. I can see that on me. That's going to look best on me." Those competition-minded women always feel like they look the best. They look better than you. They're better than you altogether, which is so weak and it's so insecure and it's so stupid. Let's be real. But always pay attention. And when they show these signs, cut them off. Now let's move on. Another sign. And speaking of men, when it comes to that competition-minded woman who poses as a friend, you notice their whole persona will switch when men are present. They'll act extra and they'll be doing the most to get attention because they are trying to impress these men. And reason being is they see you as competition and they feel like they have to do the most to keep the attention on them. You'll even notice how they act differently towards you. Their energy is different with you when men are present. All of a sudden, they're being a little shady towards you. They're not acting so much like a friend. They'll even start telling these little jokes, right? These insulting jokes to put you down. Even though they say it in a joking manner, you know exactly what they're doing in front of these men. They're trying to embarrass you. But you notice they only do this when they get around men. You see, they're trying to impress these men. They want all of the attention. They're trying to get chose, right? But they feel like they have to do that because, like I said, they see you as a threat and they want all the attention on them. And they'll put you down because they think that'll turn the man off and make the man not want to approach you or talk to you. But what many of them don't know, while they're acting extra,
And while they're being shady, a lot of men see through that. And although they might entertain the woman that's being extra, doing the most, doing all that dancing and trying to be seen, but who they'll really want is that chill girl, that classy chill woman over there. She seems mysterious. They want to get to know her. She's not doing the most to be seen. The chill girl is actually more mysterious and intriguing. Like I said, some men can see straight through all of that. Competition-minded women who pose as friends, part 2. Now this year, we're not tolerating any more fake friends, any more friends who are undercover haters or harbor some secret animosity, okay? Pay attention to these signs. Let's start with the Moody Judy. You know I had to give this one a cute nickname. Now Moody Judy is that friend. Every time you look good or something good happens for you and you're receiving a lot of love, attention, and compliments, this friend all of a sudden gets in a mood. Oh, she gets in a little mood. You see, let's say you just got your hair done and it looks really good and you guys are out and about and people are giving you so many compliments. All of a sudden that friend, she's quiet now. She went from happy-go-lucky and calm, cool, and collective to now she's just completely quiet. Now she's acting funny towards you. Now she's being distant. She's acting weird. Might even be acting shady. Or let's say you guys are out and about at an event and you have on this really nice outfit and so many people are complimenting you and showing you love. All of a sudden, you know this friend, all of a sudden her head hurts. She doesn't feel good. She's sick. All of a sudden, she's ready to go. She's not having fun. Or she's being negative. She's finding something wrong with everything. Everything is a problem. All of a sudden, when you start receiving love. But you notice that this has become a pattern. Every time you're receiving a lot of love or attention, or every time something good happens for you and people are acknowledging you, she gets in this mood every time. That's the Moody Judy. And let me tell you something, she's getting in that mood is because she's secretly jealous of you. She can't stand to see you shine. She can't stand to see you receive a lot of attention and love. Because in her mind, it's a competition. She's competition minded. If you're receiving more attention than her, she feels like you're winning and you're beating her. But let me tell you something, that's insecurity. And in a real friendship, there is no competition, because when you're receiving love and compliments and attention, or when you're doing good or something good happens for you, a genuine friend is going to clap for you and support you. She's going to be smiling. She's going to be proud of you, because when you're receiving that compliment, it's just like she's receiving that compliment because you're her friend. Okay, there should be nothing but love. If you notice that friend turns into a Moody Judy, she's competition minded. Cut her off.
Peace. Sometimes it comes with a lot of goodbyes. People you thought that would be in your life forever just end up being there for a season. Just because you started out with them doesn't mean you're going to end up with them too. And as much as it pains me to let them go, I know it was necessary. You see, a lot of hard times opened my eyes. I was able to see who was really there for me. And that's why there's friends that I have that I don't really see every day, that I don't even speak to every day. I mean, we adults, we have our own lives. But I know for a fact, they solid. They got my back, no question. And when we do link up, it feels like we picking up from where we left off. That goes to show that you could be cool with somebody, kick it with them every single day, but that doesn't mean that their loyalty is just as strong. That doesn't mean that they wish you well and will be there for you when you need them the most. You see, a lot of people just be around you for the tea, for the drama. They envy you and wish they were you so bad. And behind closed doors, they preying on your downfall. You might even have something that they need. Could be money, status, or even your energy. And they will drain you out of it. And when there's nothing left, they'll just up and leave. They'll do you wrong and say you're the one that's tripping. So when choosing peace, I've realized who's for me and who's not. Simple and plain. And that is what I call growth. I'm gonna let that sink in.
Don't be real friends. Y'all don't love y'all friends for real. Y'all around y'all friends because of what they got. Y'all around y'all friends only when you and that dude fall out. Y'all around y'all friends only when y'all broke and ain't got no money knowing your friend gonna help. Like, I could just go on and on and on and on and on. When I look back on this year, I lost a lot of friends. And I lost a lot of friends because I'm not reaching out trying to see what the problem was and how we can fix the problem. That's one thing. I used to be the girl that reach out, always trying to fix the situation. Whole time they ain't gonna never reach out. I would always be the person to fix it. But when your friend like on her hospital bed or she in her lows, y'all can't be there for that, but y'all there for drinks and y'all there for you know, turn up, hey, we lit, but y'all can't be there when your friend not lit. Another reason is y'all be so jealous of what a person have whole time they work their tail off to get it. Y'all don't be supportive friends. Y'all be taking pictures of people's house being dirty and then waiting on the next minute to fall out. Whole time y'all ain't gonna catch my house dirty. How people be doing it. But like, if that's your friend, why is you taking a picture of her house being dirty and then waiting on a perfect moment to like fall out and like bring it up? Like, y'all don't be friends. Y'all be waiting on the perfect moment. And then another thing is, y'all will be around me whole time y'all don't like me. But y'all like what I do. Y'all like that I do content. Y'all like that I know how to do my makeup. Y'all like that I know how to go get some money. Y'all like that I'm having motion. Y'all like that I'm going to come up with a plan before you come up with a plan. Because you sometimes don't have a mind to think of your own. And that's okay. God has stripped me away from all those type of friends. And it may be lonely, like, it's real lonely. Like, I get bored sometimes, but it's like, who wants to go back to somebody that treat you like that? Who wants to go back to somebody that's waiting on the perfect moment to fall out, waiting on the perfect moment to make a joke about you? You know, it's some sick women out here. People really be waiting on your downfall. I fall out with a lot of people because I ain't with none of that fake stuff. If we can be real and we can come to one, then maybe we can talk. But all that fake stuff, making a status about your friend's situation, knowing she got something going on, like, y'all just be good. I can go on and on and on and on and on about you malicious females and how y'all do people. I wasn't raised like that. And if I was, I would have been trying to change my ways, baby. Because that is not the way. Like, y'all don't be real friends. That's T. Clock it. Or y'all around your friends when your other friend canceled. Like, it's just so much like that y'all do to people. Like, y'all do the worst of the worst to folks. So I just rather stay away from them. But I am looking for some new friends. But if you anything like what I listed, I would rather be lonely for life. I would rather be lonely for life to put up with something else like that. Lonely for life. Just me, my family, and my A1 since day ones. Because I don't even consider them friends. I consider them my dogs. But, child. Child, please. I can't. I won't.
People who will never admit to you that they are not your friend. And they're not going to do it because they benefit from having you as a friend. But you're not benefiting from having them as a friend because they don't even consider you a friend. In fact, behind your back, let me tell you, friend, what they be saying is, she think we're friends, but she ain't my friend. 10 signs that you're in a false friendship. Get your notes because I'm about to learn you something. Number 1, they never support you. Ever. Not physically, emotionally. Get real. Number 2, they include everybody but you. You excluded, honey. And you know why? Because they don't consider you to be a part of their circle. Number 3, they make you feel like a burden. You can just reach out to see how they doing and they irritated. Don't want to be your friend. Ain't your friend. Number 4, never check in on you. Don't know if you're dead or alive. Number 5, they're dismissive of your feelings. And one thing I've learned, people who don't care about how you feel do not care about you. Number 6, they show no interest in your life, not interested in nothing you got going on, ever. Number 7, they're only around when it's convenient. You are not a friend, you are convenience. Number 8, they don't defend or speak up for you. In fact, they didn't sit there and laughed at other people laughing at you. Number 9, they're not dependable. Not dependable. Number 10, they never celebrate you. Are you in a false friendship?
Out of 10, if I cut you off with no explanation, and I'm talking, I unfollow you off everything, I literally just stop reaching out to you and just don't talk to you anymore, you were most likely, not even most likely, you weren't showing up for me in our friendship in the way that I wish you did. One thing about me is I'm super understanding and realistic about the realities of adulthood. People get busy. People got shit going on. I understand that as we get older, friendships require more effort. That's just the reality of it. But when I notice a very black and white difference between how you are with others versus how you are with me, clearly the friendship isn't worth anything to you. And for the people I have done this with, are they looking for me now? No. So that literally tells me everything I needed to know about our friendship to begin with, is that it was just always superficial and one-sided. Like, you're not going to sit here and continue to waste my time and my love and my effort. That's what we're not going to do. Because regardless of the shit that I have going on with my work life, my personal life, my mental health, I still try to show up for everyone as best as I can. Call me whatever the hell you want, but no one can fix their mouth to call me a bad friend. Okay? Okay.
Fuck, if anything, anybody do something sour to me, anything you did to me, you cut off, fuck how you living, I don't care what's going on. Hey, life goes on, but your life ain't finna be going on with mine though. Fuck you. You feel me? So I'm not friendly. I don't want to link with nothing. They cut me off or I cut them off.
Real, and you're very authentic, and you're very comfortable with yourself, and you know what's wrong with you and what you got to work on, you don't be having a lot of friends. Bitches like us don't be having a lot of friends. Why? Because we are the mirror to other people. We mirror other people's behaviors, and a lot of people, humanity doesn't like the truth. I've noticed that. Not us, because we're in reality, okay? We are bitches like me and you. We here. We could see. We see what we need to work on. But there's a lot of people that when you tell them the truth about themselves and you try to help them, like, hey, look, you know, your situation is looking like this and like that, or hey, look, you know, I don't really like this about you. You're like this and like that. You should change that. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people actually got offended. They got offended. They will even stop talking to you. They will paint you out to be the villain. It's crazy. The hardest thing that a human being could do is face themselves. I'm starting to know that. A lot of you bitches don't like the truth. That's why bitches like me, we don't really have friends. That's why we be loners, because y'all are fucking weird. Y'all are weird. Y'all want bitches who lie to you. Nah, bitch. I'ma tell you, yo, what's wrong with you? What's up? What's going on? And you know what? I'm going to stay real until the day I take my last breath. Even if that means that I die alone, bitch. Fuck it.
Are you someone who feels like the friends in your life only like to hang around you because of how you make them feel and not because of what you bring to the table and how you are as a person? I think it's very easy to get into friendships if you are a charismatic, kind, curious, great listener, all the wonderful qualities that allow people to be comfortable around you. And it's really easy to meet people who will use that. They like hanging around you because of how you make them feel, because usually a lot of the time you might be the one listening to their problems, asking questions, hyping them up, whatever that looks like, but not necessarily like hanging around you because of what you bring to the table, who you are as a person, them tuning into your shit, them tuning into what's going on in your life. And I think it's very easy to spot that with how often they are really asking about you. If you have a long distance friendship, if you just met your freshman roommate in college, if you're a post-grad person and just moved to a new city, if you started a job workplace and you feel like the conversation is just around the person that you're talking to, they're talking about their dating life, their trauma with their parents, how their job sucks, and not once they say, hey, how do you feel about this? What's your dating life like? What's your relationship with your parents? Obviously in a way where that information comes out when you feel comfortable, but if you feel like they always are speaking about themselves and they never ask about you, and it gets to the point where you start to question, does this person just like having me around because of how I make them feel? You got to trust your gut with that. If they are not asking about you and trying to see what's in your life, what's going on with you, it's probably that they just enjoy you being in their life to set them up to the next level, to make them feel good going into their week. Oh, yeah, I was about to fight thinking about it. But not necessarily how they can do the same things for you. And I think growing up, it's very easy for a lot of people to have these one-sided relationships where you're just counting the amount of acquaintances that you have in your hand because it's cooler to have tens of hundreds of friends versus 3 really good friends that actually give a fuck about who you are as a person and want to be there for you. But as you get older, you realize the 3 is always going to outweigh the tens of hundreds, because those tens of hundreds may not have asked you once, how are you feeling about these things? But those 3 will show up and do it every day. So remember, if you feel like you are hanging around someone that just hangs out with you because of how you make them feel, it's time to begin to rethink that relationship. And you can take your time with whatever that looks like. I'm not saying that you have to go and end that friendship tomorrow, but just know that if you're feeling that way now, and unless you have a conversation with that person of, hey, I feel like you're not showing up for me in the way that I've been showing up for you, it may never happen. So find the people that don't do that to you, find the people that show up for you always, and the ones that don't, have a conversation if it's a friendship that you feel like you want to salvage, and if it's not, move on to the next.